Hello viewers, good morning. I am Dr. Aftab Alam, Assistant Professor of English. Right now I am present here to teach a poem. The title of the poem is Good-Morrow, composed by Donne. Before going to the poetry, first we will discuss a term that is a metaphysical term, because Donne is the forefather and main leader of the metaphysical poetry. In fact, this term was coined after posthumously of John Donne. So let us discuss what is metaphysical poem or poetry. It is a 17th century English literary subgenre characterized by its intellectual complexity, witty use of conceits, unusual metaphor, paradoxical thought, and exploration of philosophical themes like love, death, and religion. The term was coined by Samuel Johnson to describe poets such as John Donne and Henry Marvell, who inadequately employ analytical language and often begin perform abruptly, blending the ordinary with the profound to explore the relationship between physical and spiritual. Key characteristics of metaphysical poetry. First is high intellectual content. High intellectual content. These poems are highly intellectual, using reason and logic to explore complex ideas rather than relying on simple sentiment. Next key point is conceit. Conceit is a hallmark of metaphysical poetry. In the conceit, a surprising and complex comparison between two very things, often drawn through fields like science, geography, geology, and mythology. The third key point is wit and paradox. The poetry features wit, humor, and paradoxical statements that challenges conventional thinking and reveal complex truths. Philosophical exploration. Metaphysical poets dwelt into deep philosophical questions about existence, spirituality, and the human condition, sometimes using these themes for seduction or to analyze emotions. Key poets of the metaphysical poems. John Donne, known for his dramatic openings and bold conceits, such as comparing lovers to the legs of a drawing compass. George Herbert explored theme of religion and spirituality with intellectual rigor. Henry Marvell, famous for his poem To His Co-Mistress, which uses mortality as a seductive argument. Richard Crasco and Henry Vaughan, other 17th century poets associated with the moment. Origin of the term. The term metaphysical poetry was not used by the poets themselves, but was coined posthumously by literary critic Samuel Johnson in the 18th century. He used it to describe the intellectual and inventive style of these 17th century British poets like John Donne, Henry Marvell, George Herbert, and many more. The first stanza of the poem is, I wonder by my truth. I wonder by my truth what thought, what thou and I did till we loved, were we not weaned till then, but sucked on country pleasure childishly, or snorted we in the seven sleepers den. That was so, but this all pleasure fancies be if ever and beauty I did see, which I desired and got, it was but a dream of thee. In this opening stanza, Donne reflects a life before the speaker and their beloved fell in love. The rhetorical question, what thou and I did till we loved, signals a profound transformation wrought by love, as if their previous existence lacked purpose or depth. The speaker compares their pre-love existence to childish indulgence in country pleasures and spiritually lethargy, as suggested by the reference to the seven sleepers' death then. He concludes that any poet, any past beauty he desired was merely a shadow or a dream of the perfection. None finds dream of the perfection we now finds in this beloved. Donne framed love as a revelatory experience that redefined the speaker's perception of existence. The dismissive tone toward past pleasure contrasts sharply with the reverence for the present, underscoring the spiritual elevation brought about mutual affection. The mention of country pleasures carries both an innocence, a carnal undertone, suggesting that their earlier life lacked the sanctity of true love. Furthermore, the seven sleepers allusion evokes a state of dormancy, dignifying with the poem's broader theme of awaking through this. Then elevates romantic love into a metaphysical plane. Donne's usage of metaphysical conceit is evident in the juxtaposition of everyday experience with spiritual metaphors, heightening the complexity of his argument. The interrogation in the opening line creates an intimate yet reflective tone, drawing the reader into the speaker's internal contemplation. Moreover, the imagery of dreaming underscores the theme of transformation, as past joy are diluted compared to the vivid reality of love. Donne's ability to transition seamlessly from mundane to profound lends this stanza a remarkable fluidity and depth. This was the explanation of the first stanza. The remaining two stanza we will discuss in the next class. To be updated, keep my channel, subscribe and share. Thank you very much.